I told you this yesterday, one of the last times. There you go.
They're lying to me now. They've been lying to me my whole life. And welcome to the show.
What up, Gilbo?
Jeffy C is
What's
in the house, live in
I feel
Las
good.
Vegas.
We are in Vegas. We are live. It is Friday night, and we are
Friday Night Live.
freaking loving it, bro. Freaking loving it.
Can't believe September. I mean, we had over 100 degrees today. It was fabulous.
Oh, my God. I was hoping for a reprieve, but hey.
I almost jumped in the pool. Almost. So close.
I wish I had the time to do that. Anyway, what's up, Gilbo? How are you?
Wonderful. Life is, well, except for all the fuckery going on. Oh, my God.
Lots of that, my guy. Lots of that.
My fuckery alert's not working anymore. I'm going to have to fix that.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. There it is. I like it. Anyway, yeah, lots of stuff. A lot of moving parts right now, bro. A lot of stuff. You know, I just got home, and I hit you up a little late. We talked about going Friday Night Live, and well, it's still Friday night, and we are live. But I watched some of Kamala's little speech. Did you catch any of that, bro?
No, was that her
At the
border
border.
visit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. About time she freaking got down to the border.
She's gonna just fix it all right up, bro. I can't wait. See how she does. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's that. What we got, like less than 4. It's like 40 days or something till election
It's
day.
like 38, 39 days, something like that, bro. It's freaking close. It's getting there, man.
Well, I'd like to welcome. Nobody's on watching us on X or on YouTube yet, but if you
bro.
do come on and see us on YouTube or X, welcome.
Yeah.
Later,
Welcome.
I mean, this will still be up later, and others will see it. And you'll notice at some point in the show, we will go to our Rumble only channel.
That's where we can cuss a lot.
Yeah, and just be real. Oh my gosh, you hear like Telegram?
Dude, I don't listen.
So
man,
they arrest the Telegram founder in France weeks ago, and then now they're Telegram's going to give up all the information about who the users are or something along those lines.
They folded? They copped a deal?
Well, he must have had to do it, or
didn't he get bail and then go to some non-extradition place or something like that?
I don't know if he actually left.
Dude, I lost.
Or not.
There's so many, dude. There's so many things going on, man. It's hard to stay in front of all of it, man. That's why I look up to those guys in the at InfoWars, man. They're in front of every bit of it all the time, dude. It's awesome.
Well, and so many others too, like Ben Bergquam. Who's that? Vance, or no, that's JD Vance. There's another guy. Oh gosh, I follow him on X. He's the guy that's going like into the city council meetings, and he's down on the border, and he's just exposing the NGOs. And I'm gonna look. I just followed him recently. Let's see if I can remember his name. And did you see that 20-minute muckraker report the other night about these? I mean, they say 325,000, but it's got to be much larger, about all the child trafficking. And he went and started trying to track down some of these children. And
I saw him on InfoWars the other day.
Oh my gosh, it's just a horrible story. And the more I listen, to Alex Jones and some of the stuff that they're putting out, this has been happening for a number of years, and these kids just get like somebody like takes custody of them, and then the next day they give them away, and then it's a dead end. They can never find that kid again. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. It's
that guy that was actually working for the NGOs. What's his name?
Yeah,
that guy that was on there with what's that guy's name? Anthony Rubin, I think it is, the muckraker. He's great. He's making some pretty strong moves. Anyway, the Alex Jones interview with those two guys was disturbing, to say the least.
Yes, and I as much as I hate talking about it, I gotta spend more time talking about it and talk to people about it, because it's hidden in the dark. And
well, the thing is, man, is that Kamala makes all these bold claims and all these things she's going to do at the border, and talking crap about Trump, about what he did and didn't do, and how he squashed the bipartisan immigration bill, which had like billions of dollars going to Ukraine in it, and a bunch of Green New Deal shit, I guess. So, I mean, it wasn't a good deal. And she's such a liar. And then, of course, she just bounces off the stage, doesn't take any questions.
Yeah.
Typical.
Oh my gosh, Trump has been just firing on all cylinders, calling things out. Like I think he called out Pelosi the other day. He's like, okay, so the day before
Yeah.
the news breaks that there's going to be this massive lawsuit against Visa, she sells all of her Visa stock.
Interesting.
He's like, and he says she needs to go to jail for that. That's a crime. But no,
Yeah.
she won't go to jail. They've been getting away with this stuff and getting rich off this system for, oh, yeah, so many things going on.
Anyway, hey, everybody, anybody who's out there watching, don't judge me because I vape, okay? Just don't.
Go ahead and judge me because I vape, okay? It's a habit I have, and, I can do better, but I'm not gonna yet.
Not ready. I'm just not ready. I've given up a lot of things in my life, Gilbo, as you know.
I am an addict. I am addicted to bad food and nicotine and coffee and
all of the above.
Women and
I've got a beautiful woman. I'm good with that.
I just
I ain't chasing skirts no more, my guy.
Good for you. I don't know. I mean, that's really good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the place to talk about it, but oh my gosh, last week I attended this event and it's like water started coming out of my eyes and went down my face. It was like so beautiful. It was amazing.
What was the event, Gil?
Last Saturday, Jeff C got married.
Boom!
Wow. Congratulations.
For the last time. For the last time.
Yes, thank you. To meet someone, so many more people of your family and your friends, and hang out and celebrate with all those people. Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Hey, dude, I'm glad you could make it, man. I'm glad you were there. Glad you were there. All right, now enough of this nonsense. Listen, not that my marriage to my beautiful and loving wife, Tam, is nonsense, but lots of fuckery going on, bro. Lots. I watched the Kamala we were just talking about it. The freaking interview was a joke. Or not, it wasn't even an interview. The speech. It was a speech. And you could see her reading the teleprompter. That chick does not have an original thought in her head. I don't believe that anybody's actually going to vote for her for like legitimately. There's going to be some massive fuckery going on with that. And I think that we should all tune into the Mug Club Rumble on Rumble, which he's going to have the beast of all streams and have people on the ground doing live reports from battleground states and watching the polls and doing the deal, man. So if you're not a member, become one. It's worth every penny. I enjoy the show. Anyway.
And that's Crowder, or is that many others?
Well, that's Crowder's subscription service. That's Mug Club. He does the morning Mug Club. He does the morning show 4 days a week. And then if you're a Mug Club member, you get other content that he creates. He does a full show, full extra show on Fridays now. It's usually Gerald, his CEO, that does that show. But they've been doing a lot of undercover work. Like he just totally got that Dr. Varma dude busted and fired in New York. I don't know if you've seen any of the footage of that. He, the guy who was like the COVID czar of New York, and we was talking in an undercover. I mean, the chick that they get to do these undercover videos has to be just ridiculously hot, because these dudes spill everything. And this guy was talking about the underground sex parties he was having and all this other stuff. And then Crowder goes into New York and does a Crowder confronts and sits down with the guy. It was crazy, dude. It's and that dude got fired, and the stock for the company that he was working for has not tanked, but has lost like 16% in one day. And he was getting ready to push the monkeypox medication that they wanted to do, and there was smallpox, monkeypox. It's all bullshit. It's just more and more bullshit that is being revealed on the daily right now, man. A lot of bullshit.
And this is stuff we've already, I don't know, I believe we've talked about before, and I know we've seen before, but they were talking today. I watched something where they're these the swabs, the PCR tests.
Yeah.
Was really just a DNA gathering scam, and they're making hundreds of millions of dollars. And the same people who were involved in releasing this bioweapon and coming up with the vaccine were also creating these PCR tests, and they're getting hundreds of millions of dollars and getting rich off these things.
Well, I mean, listen, man, if you were paying attention back in the day, which I was, back 4 years now? 4 years ago. Guys like Alex were saying, hey, bro, it's a DNA gathering scam. And they were talking about some chick, where they basically do the same thing from birth. As soon as you're born, they swab you and get all your DNA.
That just totally didn't even click with me until I watched Alex talk about that. He uncovered that and he was the first to expose that when they pinprick an infant's foot when it's born.
Toe, right.
And they're taking blood, and then they're turning that over to who?
Yeah.
So they can keep track of the DNA.
And then you don't have, then apparently, there's some chick that had some legal thing to where they go, we have the copyright on that DNA. Well, it's my DNA. What the fuck are you talking about? Right. You know what I mean? So there's I don't know the whole deal. And he was talking yesterday about spider goats and all this other crazy shit, man. And then, if you look it up, they made a chimera about, where they took the DNA of a goat and a spider so that it could weave silk to make bulletproof vests. Dude, it's crazy. The stuff that he's been talking about for 30 years. That is true. You know what I mean? The human and animal hybrids that they've created, they have them. They are there with, they're talking about, dude, it's just crazy. You got to if you want to see it soon, because Alex Jones is they're about ready to, what are they going to do with InfoWars? Oh, that's right. Auction off all of the things. So rumor has it Elon's going to buy it. That'd be awesome.
Roger Stone is another person who,
he's putting a team together. Yeah. They're going to try and buy parts of it, and that come on, man.
But
they want to take away Alex Jones's name.
Other bad actor is going to come up with more. If it's an auction, it's going to be a bunch of bad actors coming up with a bunch of money so they can buy it, so they can close it down. And of course, what perfect? I mean, they didn't get it closed down before the election.
They're not getting it closed down, bro. I guarantee you something's going to happen. It's not going to happen. They can't. I mean, there's too many. I mean, even people on the left are like, wait a minute, man. Now we're just going too far here. We're going too far. I mean, Alex Jones, if you look at the forensic audit of the amount of time that he actually spent talking about Sandy Hook, if you actually look at it, bro, you know how much time he's actually, all of this $1.5 billion of lawsuit that he owes this money on, they'd audited the amount of time that he actually spent talking about Sandy Hook, and it equaled about 28 minutes of airtime out of the thousands of hours that guy's been on the air. 28 minutes when they broke it all down. The caller that came in that got his head going on it. And then all of the attacks came when they said that he actually went to the graves of the children and pissed on them. Didn't happen. When they said that he was sending people to the parents' houses to intimidate them and bully them. Didn't happen. And it's kind of funny when you think about it. Not ha-ha funny, but peculiar funny, that when they pulled Alex Jones off the air simultaneously between all of the platforms that he was on, which was all of them. He was on YouTube, huge audience. He was on Apple Podcasts, huge audience. He's still on, hundreds of radio stations with the AM talkers. And then he was, of course, on Facebook and all of the big major platforms simultaneously the same day deplatformed him. When did that happen? In 2015. Why did that happen? Because he endorsed Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was running against Hillary Clinton. I mean, you just can't make this shit up, bro. You just can't make it up. It was such a setup from the get up. You don't like Alex Jones, don't listen to Alex Jones. You know what I mean? You don't like Steven Crowder, don't listen to Steven Crowder. I don't care. Nobody cares. They have the right to say what they want to say. And, Crowder, if you watch Crowder, dude, you can go to louderwithcrowder.com after any show, and he's got all the links for all of his research on everything that he talks about, always available at louderwithcrowder.com. So these people are just full of shit. And the fuckery needs to stop. It just needs to stop. And it won't stop if Carmella gets in there. If Carmella gets in there, we're all just fucked.
Yeah. I mean, just the one thing, the taxing unrealized gains, that just one item alone is going to people that are rich don't have a bunch of money. They have a lot of assets. And if they have an unrealized gain, they're going to have to sell an asset in order to have money to pay the tax. And it's going to devastate
that should
people.
Be the nail that shuts the coffin permanently on her to say something stupid like that.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
That among many other things.
Well, and among many other things like what? Plagiarizing fucking Donald Trump's plan, no tax on tips, wants to, do something about overtime now. Donald Trump's talking about that. He's talking about not taxing Social Security. If you're collecting Social Security, why should you continue to pay tax on it? Completely makes sense to me, Yeah. Listen, and then you got people like Mark Cuban coming out of the woodwork now saying, his plan is not good. And, 4 years ago, it was great. So shut the fuck up, all you people. You're all in it for some kind of personal gain. Carmella is a joke. And anybody who thinks that she would be a great president really needs to have their head examined, in my humble opinion.
Sure.
Really needs to really take a solid look at yourself. Because, dude, I'm not saying Trump's the end all be all, but you know what? He started a movement that's really starting to pick up steam, in my opinion. The America First movement ain't even about Donald Trump anymore. The MAGA movement, the America First movement ain't even about Donald Trump anymore. It's about a movement where people are like, okay, I've had enough. It's time to get busy. You know what I mean? It's time to, make America great again and make America put America first again. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we got tonight, Mr.
Bilbo?
A couple
clips here. Let's go to this first cut here. Let's see what we got. If I remember how to do it. Here we go.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick them.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
When he came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers, he said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
He is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
Let me give you one bottom line. As a former government official, government's going to kill this guy.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
Oh, my God.
I have thought an awful lot. about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
And yes, they have tried to assassinate Donald Trump multiple
Twice.
times. Or maybe more.
Yeah.
I mean, we still haven't heard the real story about the bomb in New York, you know? And
Oh, they were just talking about that on Darren Beatty was on with he was on with Alex today. Yeah. Dude, listen, all these guys that are saying punch someone in the face have never been punched in the face. Never been punched in the face. You think Joe Biden's ever been punched in the face? I don't think he's ever been punched. That actor dude from The Walking Dead or wherever the fuck he was from, you think he's ever been punched in the face? I don't. Johnny Depp? Really, Johnny Depp? Pretty boy? You ever been punched in the face, Johnny Depp? I don't think so. Maybe Robert De Niro has. But, you know, come on, man.
Well, then here's this next clip. And this, to me, is total propaganda. Here we go.
What the fuck is that?
They were trying to say that Iran put that out. They posted that up on their website.
Who's they?
Whoever discovered this says that it was like, I guess it was like Iran who put this together and put this out, saying we have the technology, we can paint the target and explode the target. In other words, there's some more fuckery that's possible.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, I personally think old DJT needs to just bunker down and just do X spaces for the next month. And
did you hear the report that they were trying to tell him he shouldn't be using his Trump jet, that he should be using chartered private jets and mix it up and not be in the same, not being anything that anyone would know?
Well, that's probably pretty sage advice, actually. You know what I mean?
But he's still getting out there, and he's campaigning, and
he's doing it. He was just doing a town hall today.
Yeah, I missed that. I haven't heard. I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy, dude. I mean, yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, listen, whoever takes out, if somebody, God forbid, somebody takes out Trump, I mean, the Iranians are going to get blamed. That's what it's all about, for real. I mean, do they want to take him out? Probably, because he kind of fucked them over for a little bit. With the sanctions and whatnot. So, and he, his administration took out Soleimani. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got a vendetta? They want to get back at him? I don't know. But I think it's again, it's one of those situations. What is that saying, bro? If the situation were hopeless, the propaganda wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah, I guess we're right over the target.
Yeah. Is that the saying? I think that's the saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting blowback or you're getting, trouble for all the things you're doing, it's because you're right over the target.
Well, I mean, again, that applies to DJT. It applies to AJ. It applies to Steven Crowder continually gets banned on YouTube. He's still on there for some reason. I mean, they went after freaking Tim Pool and Dave Rubin and that chick Lauren Chen, who I guess I don't know exactly what was going on with that. They took Russian money for Tenet Media and all that whole crazy thing that happened a couple weeks ago. It's not. And Benny Johnson was part of that whole thing too. I guess they all. I don't know. Again, if the situation were hopeless, the propaganda wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. All right. So let's move on to that next clip.
I got a great way for you to keep InfoWars on the air, and regardless of what happens, InfoWars keep me on the air, and that's the AlexJonesStore.com, a new key URL for you to mark down. I've teamed up with the folks that make a lot of the top-selling Trump shirts in the country. They've got the best T-shirt designers, Bigley. If you go to theAlexJonesStore.com, that's separate from InfoWars. That's key to support into the future, whatever happens here. 30-plus amazing new T-shirt designs. New ones being added every day. They're incredible. Trump shirts, you name it. TheAlexJonesStore.com. And every time you buy a shirt or 30-plus different great designs of Patriot ball caps, you get entered 5 or 10 times, depending on the day. It's different every day. Into the raffle to get $10,000 cash. Halloween's when the prize is announced, the winner, and a $138,000 turbo diesel super deluxe off-road upgraded, the best truck you can get, over the top turbo diesel engine, AEV standard features, and then it's all upgraded. I tried to go over, take an hour. The best tires, the best shocks, the best systems. It's a 2024 Ram Prospector AEV Dodge turbo diesel, army green, black with red pinstripe, ready for you. When you buy something, you enter 5 or 10 times, depending on what promo they're running that day, in the raffle. All at theAlexJonesStore.com. But the T-shirts, the reason to go there, keep us on air, and these are badass shirts. They've got over 30 incredible T-shirt designs. I think there's more now. They're adding more every day at theAlexJonesStore.com.
I got that question.
They're designer. They're high quality.
Yeah, I got that.
They're all there. Some of the InfoWars classics they updated, made even better. A lot of new, incredible designs. A lot of Alex Jones shirts. A lot of Trump shirts. It's all there at theAlexJonesStore.com. We need your aid. We need your support. Plus, these are great shirts. You'll meet like-minded people. It spreads the word. It's exciting to wear these out in public. Most people will agree with you and love you. You'll meet so many friends. Go to theAlexJonesStore.com. We need your support. No excuses. Take action. TheAlexJonesStore.com. Thank you. Enter to win right now at theAlexJonesStore.com.
That is not a paid sponsor.
No.
But I sure appreciate Alex Jones and all of his crew.
He deserves as much help as possible right now. I mean,
and what a great idea. I mean, he partnered with somebody else. I forgot who these guys are that make the shirts, but they came up with this idea. Who, Bigley?
Yeah, it's the name of the company.
And I've heard some other people talking about like giving away a car. And
the Hodge twins did it, and yeah. I mean, if you sell 1 million shirts, for $35 a throw, it's going to help keep AJ on the air. You could easily afford a $150,000 truck and throw him $10,000 too to cover the taxes and licensing on that bad dog.
That's the part I like, is that $138,000 truck and $10,000 because hey, what do you do when you win a vehicle? You got to pay the tax on it. So
yeah,
here's
dude,
10
and
grand, help you pay.
8.25 is not gonna 10 grand ain't even gonna cover tax and licensing on that thing.
No, but
Trust me when I tell you.
but it's a good start. There's a hope.
Oh, you get a lot of it knocked out for sure, man. Tax and licensing on that pig is gonna be 11 grand. It's gonna
I'll
cost
go
you
sell
probably.
my car. I'll sell my car and then use that.
Well, when you get the truck, man, we'll put a Useless Eaters our shirts on and get out there and put an AJ flag on there. You know,
That's
the answer to 1984 is 1776.
Yeah,
we'll wear our shirts. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Oh
I
my
can't wait
gosh,
to win that truck though.
I didn't have
I got
time
about
to-
1,200 entries in there, bro.
I didn't have time to upload it, but today I shot this 1-minute video. I was down on the strip, and a cop pulled up, blocked the intersection from anybody turning left, so I just stopped and waited, whipped out my phone, and a bunch of really cool cars went by. Like, must have been about 50 of these, I don't know, like Lamborghinis or whatever they were. They were the ones where the doors open up. So a bunch
Gullwing.
of them had their doors open, and they all went by, and somebody in one of the vehicles was filming, and then a bunch of cops on motorcycles going by. It was like a parade or something. I don't know.
Hey, Jane T's in the house.
Welcome, Jane T. All right, she usually is like doesn't find out about it until after the show, and then she's right on there putting some comments in. Welcome, good to see you, Jane T.
Jane T.
Jeffy's got to get that shirt over to Jane T. Oh, she's number 57. I'm
Jane T
88.
57. Look at that one.
Oh, that's why she's 57. Perfect.
Jane
Yeah.
T 57. That's your shirt, Jane. Whenever we can connect, you will be getting this shirt.
And thank you, Fin Fin.
You're the man.
Appreciate you.
Is he in the
Big
house?
time.
I don't know if he's in the house.
He sent me a video, and I had it all set up for another show, and then I pushed all those off. I'll end up doing that show. But last week, there was all those cell phones and pagers that were blowing up and exploding.
Yeah.
And Fin Fan had sent me there was some kind of a movie that a few years back that was kind of some pre-programming or whatever,
Predictive programming.
predictive programming. Yeah, thank you. And so I had a couple clips all lined up about that, but that story's kind of, we've got so many stories that are coming through that
Dude,
you
it's
can't
just
even keep
nonstop.
up with
Man.
it.
You can't do anything from 3 days ago, let alone last week. It's just
No.
freaking ridiculous right now.
All right, let me move on to this third cut here.
We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrent.
So you remember back in World War II when Pearl Harbor happened?
Yeah.
What did the government do? It went and gathered up all of the Japanese citizens and
Yeah.
put them in camps.
Yeah.
You don't think they still have those camps?
Well, they're called FEMA camps right now for disaster relief, but are they?
Yeah.
They're everywhere, bro.
So I hope I don't get gathered up for some retraining, but I know I'm on a list.
Fuck 'em. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Anyway, that just is disturbing.
It really is disturbing.
Again, let me reiterate from earlier in the show. Anybody who thinks that she's the right answer, you just take Donald Trump out of the picture for a second. You know what I mean? Again, the America First movement has gone beyond Trump. You know, there's a lot of people getting involved. You got a lot of really strong people that are starting to put America First candidates in the Congress. You're starting. I mean, I'd love to see Royce White get in there in the Senate. I hope he wins in Minnesota. And Kerry Lake from Arizona. I really hope they don't jack it. And if these are America First candidates for Senate and for Congress. And the fact of the matter is that the America First movement has moved past Donald Trump at this point. And listen, he started it, it's his movement. But my point is that anyone who would, I'm serious, man, if you're considering Carmella as a viable candidate to run this country, you seriously need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. In the words of Ice Cube, who, dude, my daughter went to go see Ice Cube the day before my nuptials, and she grabbed some video of him, and he was sitting there talking to the crowd. And he's like, "All right, all you guys out there, you're never gonna see me and my crew on any of those Diddy videos, man. You never will see it. I never went. I never saw it. I never went. I don't know what went on over there, but you boys out there and girls too, that might have been gone to some of them freak off parties. I got one. This song is dedicated to you, and to you guys. I say, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself." He just went. That was a great intro to the song. Nice. I saw the video. My daughter clipped it from the show, and I'm telling you, he's right. Yeah. You better check yourself, because I don't know, man. Whenever they finally get to that guy and he starts singing like a canary, it's going to be an interesting day.
All right, we're going to switch off of X and off of YouTube and be Rumble only exclusive now.